Hi everyone, Isha here. It's another weekend and it's another Formula One Grand Prix. Not too many race weekends left in the calendar season though, so I guess enjoy them while they're here. Looking at today, we are in Brazil at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix at the Interlagos circuit, and it has definitely been an interesting weekend so far. Now, this is an extra special weekend, obviously, because we have a sprint, so that makes things more busy, and that means more watch time for us Formula One fans. Anyways, starting off with yesterday. So, the villain of the story was definitely the weather, as we had very dark clouds and rain and very bad wind as well. Now, because of the dark clouds, many of the commentators and drivers said that it almost seemed like it was a night race in Brazil. And because of the wind and the rain, two of the grandstand roofs, I believe, collapsed. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but things were very dangerous for both the spectators as well as the drivers because the rain caused the track to be damp, which meant obviously tricky conditions for the drivers. On top of that, I was watching Charles Leclerc's post Quali interview where he mentioned how in Q1 and Q2, the wind was coming in from two different directions, and then in Q3, you couldn't even tell what direction it was coming in from, so that obviously made things very tricky for the drivers. And I personally feel like the FIA should have moved the quali session or called it off possibly to today, which obviously would have interrupted with the sprint weekend, but it definitely would have been a safer choice than continuing it yesterday. Anyways, the results from the quali session, we have Max Verstappen in first, Charles Leclerc in second. Where it gets strange is when you look at third and fourth place. We have two Aston Martins there. Fernando Alonso in fourth place, not that strange. Seeing Lance Stroll in third place is very strange, and it's very unpredictable to guess what his actions are going to be like tomorrow. Because if I were one of the drivers starting around him, I would definitely be nervous. He's not used to driving that high up. He's usually in the back 10 of the grid. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does. And I hope that nothing dangerous happens with him that high up. I know some people are probably concerned with having a crash happen because of him being that high up. So I hope that everything stays safe. But it's definitely going to make things interesting and fun to see what happens tomorrow. But anyways, looking at today, we had the sprint shootout already happen. The sprint race will be happening later in the day. From the shootout, we had Lando Norris in first, Max second, and Checo in third. I feel like if I were Lando Norris right now, the main thing I'd be concerned about is getting a quick reaction time to the start of the sprint. Because once the lights are out, if you have a quick reaction time, you'll be able to get in front of those cars. And with Lando, he's already going to have a bit of an edge with in front of Max's car because of the car positions. However, we know that Max has been struggling with quick starts for his car the past few races. So if Lando's able to capitalize on that and fully get his car ahead of Max and Checo's, it's definitely going to help him going into turn one and then the next few turns. And if he's able to replicate that for the next few laps, I think he's going to have a strong chance of winning the sprint. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but I think he's got a strong chance. He's a skilled driver. He's got a fast car as well. Obviously, you've got Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez right behind you. That's two Red Bulls, so it's definitely going to make things difficult. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And that's all I wanted to talk about for today's video. Just make it quick. Stay tuned. Tomorrow I will be talking more about the end of the weekend, covering the sprint as well as the Grand Prix. And I hope you guys enjoy watching the sprint today as well as the Grand Prix tomorrow. So stay tuned. I will be posting a video later tomorrow. And until then, have a good time. I'll see you guys in my next video.